Good afternoon. We have been let down. We've been let down by the executive branch, the legislative branch, and the judicial branch. It does not matter which one of these branches you go to look at. Each one has done something to hurt us as a collective. They have not held each other accountable like we thought they were supposed to do. We've just been let down by those three branches. Take, for instance, the legislative. Congress makes the laws, but the executive branch can veto them. Congress can override the veto with a 2/3 majority vote. The executive enforces the laws, but the judicial courts can declare them unconstitutional. The judicial interprets laws, but the executive nominates judges, and the legislative confirms them. The legislative can impeach and remove presidents or judges. Guys, we were supposed to see, or are supposed to see, checks and balances happen. What we are seeing because of this technological age is we have not seen these checks and balances work the way we thought they should. But we're continuing to do the exact same thing. So what I'm simply saying is put the official checks and balances for all three branches in the hands of the citizens who elect them. The final say-sos belong to the people. Legislative authority to citizens will mean that citizens will decide if we see levels of corruption that we do not like, that we are able to implement legislation to have that corrupt individual removed. Have that individual removed. If we know that there are regulations that need to be put in place, we need to be able to do that. Just something small. If we built dams to hold water back, and we built towns and livelihoods below the area where we stop the water from flowing, why? When we cannot predict that, well, we're just seeing that the water was so strong that it broke the dam and then it washed away the town that we built below the... Why even build down there? Like there are things that we know just don't make sense. And the masses don't get an opportunity to weigh in on that. Now, I don't know what life would have been like if we would have built around these water areas. But we have really good, smart people that work in those type of environments, that understand these things, and that do come out and say, hey, this was not a good idea. But they don't have a voice to branch that out or get something that's appropriate to make change. We have to do something different, or we're going to keep doing the same thing and expecting a different outcome. Like, something has to intervene, and we don't want it to be negative. I don't want it to be negative. That is necessary to kind of make a change. We've been let down, but we can fix that. I just want to give people the power that the government says they're supposed to have beyond the representatives. And I want to create a way for that voice, for your voice to be as powerful as the documentation says that it's supposed to be. But you right now have no way to do that except for electing a single individual. That's where we got to do something about that. We're going to elect singular individuals. That's okay. But you will work for the majority from here on out. You will not stand atop the podium looking down at the masses and believe that you are over the masses. You will now have to have a character that understands that what you say, you will be held accountable to. And I'm going to tell y'all, I honestly believe that when you submit your documentation to run for an elected office, you should no longer be able to lie. You should be under oath the entire time you are running for that office. This means that you have to come with a better presentation for the people. You cannot just spew off negative or complete lies on any side. And let me be clear about this, because it needs to be clear. Democracy is not synonymous with being a Democrat. Democracy is not synonymous with being a Republican. Democracy is for the people, ruled by the people. It breaks down from Greek language to demos, the people, kratos, ruled. That's what that is. It's ruled by the people. That's what democracy is. We do not have a democracy. If you have thought that Democrat means democracy, I'm telling you, you can look it up. It does not. We have what they call a democratic republic. Just understand that democracy is giving the people authority, while the latter, Democratic and Republican or Democratic Republic, is representative of the people. An individual represents the people, while democracy says the people have a voice to represent themselves. That's what I want. I want the people to have a voice to represent themselves. We have been let down. We can do things different. 2026, we can do things different. Why can't we do things different right now? Because we're not trying to tear the system down. That's why. We're trying to add in regulation and reformation to a system that is that does work, but it needs to be tweaked every now and again. The longer we keep doing the same thing and expecting a different result, the worse things get. If it's already bad for you, if you're doing the exact same thing and you are like, the result is gonna change, why would it? If you're doing the same thing that's hurting you, it will not change. So now we're going to do something different. We're going to tweak the system. We're going to make a change to how we work with the system. And now we're going to see the data or details from that. We're going to see if we can actually have a change. If you put something in or take something out, you have created change. If you let it be the exact same, the system itself is the exact same. The people elect a representative, and that representative gets to do whatever they feel based on whatever they think. We have to break that. I'm just flat out saying it. I am here telling you, if you vote for me, if you write in my name, Rodney Glover, you are voting to put in a bit of change. Because we need it. We absolutely need it. We have been let down, and we need to tweak it and reel it back in. It will take time. This will not snap your fingers and everything in your life turns out to be great. We're going to learn together. We're going to work together. We're going to collectively build together. We will work together as a collective to solve the problems that we were all a part of starting. Because let's be clear, you and I created this problem, and it will take you and I to actually fix it. But it will not just take 450 people. It'll take the 350 million plus that we have. This is not a one-person, one-off thing. Do not give that Messiah stuff to any single person. We need to work together. If we believe regulations should be put in places, we're going to see that happen. We're going to have to work together. We're going to take our crookeds with our straights, our goods with our bads, and we're going to collectively figure this out, because we're tired, and you should definitely be tired of seeing a system not work in the way it was intended to work and who it was intended to work for. You guys have a great afternoon.